It is said that the Endermen were once human. They used to live in a dimension similar to ours, but over time, their world began to die. The Endermen watched as the world slowly crumbled around them. Their homes turned to dust, and the very air they breathed became toxic. So they did what any reasonable people would do. They packed up and moved to a new world. This world was unlike any they had ever seen before. It was filled with strange and wonderful things. There were floating islands in the sky and giant trees that reached up to the heavens. But there was also something else in this world, something that the Endermen had never seen before, a portal to another dimension. The Endermen were curious, so they decided to explore. When they stepped through the portal, they found themselves in a world of pure darkness. There was nothing there except for a single chest. And when they opened it, they found a diamond sword and the diamond armor set. They put on the armor and took the sword, and suddenly they felt powerful, like gods. They could feel the darkness around them, and they could see the void as it stretched endlessly in all directions. And then they saw it, a massive structure made of black obsidian. At the top of the structure was a platform, and on the platform was a man. He was tall and thin, with a white face and glowing red eyes. He looked at the Endermen and smiled. "You are the chosen ones," he said. "I have been waiting for you." The Endermen didn't know what he was talking about, but they followed him anyway. He led them to the edge of the platform and pointed to the sword. "This sword is the key to this world," he said. "With it, you can control the very fabric of reality." And then he disappeared. The Endermen were confused, but they knew that they needed to find answers, so they began to explore the end. As they traveled, they fought against the creatures of the void, and they claimed the power of the fallen stars. With each fallen star they claimed, their powers grew. They could now teleport, and they could bring their powers back to their own world. But as they approached the center of the end, they began to feel a dark presence watching them. They turned to face their greatest fear, an ender dragon. The dragon was huge, its scales were black as night, and its eyes burned with an otherworldly fire. But the Endermen were prepared, and they fought bravely. They dodged the dragon's attacks and struck back with all their might. Finally, the dragon fell, and with it, the dark presence that had been watching them dissipated. The Endermen had won, but their victory was short-lived. For as they stood there celebrating, the ground beneath them began to shake. The sky turned black and a voice boomed above them. "So the prophecy begins," the voice said. "The Endermen have come to claim the power of the end. But only one can wield that power. Only one can become the Ender Dragon." As the voice faded away, the Endermen found themselves in the middle of a battle. They fought against each other, brother against brother, until there was only one Enderman left standing. He was weak and wounded, but he was the last of his kind. He was the new Ender Dragon.